So today I want to talk about Doomfist and his place in the future meta as soon as he hits live servers. And this is something I'm really interested in because I think Doomfist is going to shape the meta a lot differently than Orisa ever did. You know, Orisa was really supposed to be this tank that really replaced Reinhardt in a lot of situations, and she just didn't really pan out to that as much as Blizzard wanted her to. She really just didn't do what they wanted to. She's not really in that role. And I think Doomfist has already made a huge impact on the meta right now and the meta moving forward. So I really think it's a huge issue talking about him for the upcoming competitive seasons and the rest of this season, because he will be out this season, and as soon as he comes out, he's really going to shake up some things as far as people who can counter him go. Like McCree is a huge counter to him, and he doesn't get a whole lot of playing time. So with Doomfist being a good player, a good offensive hero, if people know how to use him, McCree will get a lot more playing time because he's just a really good counter. So stuff like that is really what I want to talk about today, and I really want to get into the future meta and how it's going to be for the upcoming months. Side note, there's not going to be a whole lot of Doomfist gameplay here because my PTR ping was not doing too good, so I couldn't really get into a great game. But there's going to be a little bit of Doomfist gameplay scattered throughout, and then some other Overwatch gameplay. Let's get into the video. Let's start with friends first. Now, D.Va is going to be a huge asset when playing Doomfist, because Doomfist has some low survivability, and he has a huge hitbox with 250 HP, and he doesn't have anything like Wraith Walk to get out of sticky situations like Reaper does. So, with bad play and horrible positioning, Doomfist can be killed within seconds if not protected well. You know, Tracer and D.Va can both melt this guy. Reaper can do the same thing just because of that big hitbox. So people who can protect Doomfist when he's coming back will really help him, and D.Va can do that. Winston is going to be another asset because Doomfist has time to do his flanks on his own. He can make use of his own abilities and quickly get out. Winston will be optimal to create space, you know, to ensure he's not in the line of fire during engages. You know, Doomfist is not going to be a great target to basically get focused. You know, if Doomfist gets focused, it's going to be a very short attack because he doesn't have that much health. So with someone like Winston who can create space and basically soak up damage like Winston can, Doomfist can get out there and just start pounding out damage, and it's going to be a lot easier to win those team fights, or at least get the advantage in them, because Winston will be taking that damage, creating space, disrupting the team, etc. And it's going to be the optimal healer here because Doomfist doesn't need to be part of the team. Again, he's a flanker kind of thing. So no one can really stay with him. Lucio might be able to, but it puts him in a bad position. Same thing with Mercy. They get put in bad positions when they're in the middle of the other team because they get focused down really easy. Anna can stay in the back of her own team and heal Doomfist from afar with her grenade and her biotic rifle. It'll be really easy to keep him alive as long as she has the right aim. Soldier and McCree can be interchangeable in almost any comp, and Soldier is really good in this because he has a really good amount of sustained damage, and McCree has a lot of burst damage. Now, Soldier can be focusing the Pharah upstairs or maybe taking out the Hanzo, while Doomfist can go in and jump the Mei or jump the Winston or jump the Ana in the back, etc. Soldier can really hold down the fort while Doomfist makes a move for the back line, and McCree on the other hand, if you guys can coordinate really well, McCree has a lot of burst damage as well. So you can really just swat down those healers or those Genjis that extended too far, the Reinhardts that missed their charge, etc. With good coordination, Doomfist and McCree can really take out teams who are not really well positioned. And then on the Soldier side of things, Doomfist can really jump in the back, take out the healers, take out Ana, take out, you know, Mercy maybe, while Soldier kind of brings the fight to him on the actual battle line. You know, if you're really trying to get the payload across that line, Soldier can kind of hold his own for a few minutes while Doomfist goes back and takes out the healer in the back line, and that's where you guys start your attack from. So we're going to stick with McCree as we move into foes. So McCree's not going to be fun to deal with on the other team if you're Doomfist, because of his flashbang and because of Doomfist's giant hitbox with low health. It's really just a feeding fest for McCree. McCree flashbangs, fans the hammer. If he really needs to, he can roll and shoot you once in the head, once in the body, whatever. You'll die pretty much instantly. You really don't have a chance. Even if you do get up, you jump away, you can't really do anything because of his range. So McCree is definitely not going to be fun to go against as Doomfist. And with Tracer, It's a big character model, low health. Tracer's gonna have no trouble dispatching this guy, especially if she's good enough to keep her blinks on cooldown at the right time. You blink right when that 3 seconds goes up, and you have your extra blink. You just blink back and forth. You can't really do anything as Doomfist. Maybe you can get a shotgun blasting or your fist blasting, whatever, but you're not gonna be able to land any abilities if the Tracer's any good. It's really not even gonna be a competition. Sombra's probably the biggest counter to Doomfist, because if you hack this guy, he will fall apart. He is 100% reliant on his abilities. His primary fire does absolutely nothing past the, very close, where it's basically to make sure he deals out damage when his abilities are on cooldown. That's what his primary fire does. So when you hack this guy and you have no abilities to use, this guy is going to fall apart. He's not going to be able to do anything. He's going to be a sitting duck, literally. And Sombra will just be able to pump out as much damage as possible, even if you got somebody else. You got a soldier out there next to Sombra, whoever else. As soon as you hack this guy, he's going to be useless, and it's going to be a huge buff to Sombra's playtime in competitive matches. This one's a little bit harder to demonstrate or to talk about, but Roadhog is probably going to be pretty good against this guy too, because of this high health pool and his shotgun. And you have the ability to hook this guy too. So if you hook this guy and use your shotgun, you'll be pretty well off. And even if that doesn't kill him and the Doomfist decides to fight, your high health pool will get you there fine. You have about 600 health as Roadhog, and Doomfist will have 250 maximum. And when you hit the hook and the shotgun blast, if he's still alive, he'll have, sub 100. You're going to be fine as Roadhog if you can land your hooks. With that, my name is Ben. I hope you guys enjoyed this video about Doomfist combos and counters. If you guys did, go ahead and dislike this, go in the comments down below and tell me why you rate it like you did. And I'll see you guys in the next video.